Hi, everybody. I am Roy Brotman. I am the liberal conservative. And I'm not going to talk politics today. I'm going to talk about something that touches me more. You've all heard of the cancel culture. Usually that's Democrats canceling Republicans or liberals canceling conservatives or something like that. This is the truth being canceled by, who knows. About a month ago, I started buying a product. I started to buy products from a small website called Tophatter. It's a 90-second auction site where you can, buy stuff on auction, and you can buy it now, for a set price. And I was having fun buying stuff. I bought some coins. I bought some other products, and I decided that it might be a good place for me to sell some of the silver that I've been selling recently. I'm selling small quantities of silver. 5 gram bars, 1/10 of an ounce rounds, that type of thing. And some coins that I find. I buy coins from coin dealers or estates, that type of thing. So I created my seller account on Tophatter, and while I was waiting, I created a Payoneer account to have my money, received. And while that was going on, I set up a bunch of items on their site to be sold when I received them. I ordered them. I set up the products, some silver bars, some silver rounds, as I said, some coins that I had ordered. I all set up waiting for them to be received. I put the sale on hold, and a couple of days later I get an email from Tophatter saying that I've sold 4 of my bars. Well, I hadn't received them yet. They were on hold. Why did I sell them? Also, it was a much lower price than I expected to sell them at. Well, I call customer service and I hear that, well, they sold out of our catalog. And my response to the customer service was, well, in your rules it says the item can either be in an auction or buy it now. Can't be in more than one place at a time. Mine was on hold. Why was it sold? And he gave me some response, fairly obnoxious response. I felt I had to write a letter to the CEO, a fellow named Ashford. And I listed my problems and my issue with him, and responded nicely. I got a response from him, asking one of his associates to contact me, a woman named Amy, and she gave me a $25 credit for my problem. I ultimately decided that rather than canceling this woman's order, I would ship all 4 of the bars. I'd take the loss, but to build my reputation, they were all going to the same address, to the same person, under 2 separate account numbers. Find out later that having 2 separate account numbers is not allowed by Tophatter, but that's only true if they want to get you. I get a letter from an onboarding officer. Somebody wants welcome email saying that I would get scheduling credits, because you had to pay to have your product scheduled, up to $100 if I did 4 specific things. If I created an auction, which I did, if I put items on the auction, I did, the silver bars. If I got a sale of the auction from the auction and I sold 4 silver bars, even though I didn't really want to, and then I would ship them. And I shipped them. I sent all the information, including the tracking information, over to the customer service, and I got a response back from the same person. Well, you're not going to give you any money. You didn't have to set up an auction. You didn't have items on it. I looked up the documentation, everything that was listed, because everything is documented. I had an auction set up. I had products on it. I had sales. I had shipments. Sent it off, and at the same time sent the same thing to my CEO person, because I was getting nowhere with this customer service person. And I get a response from the CEO saying that he would honor the $100 credit. Then I get a letter from the customer service. We're not going to honor any credit. Something to that effect. It upset me, because here I had fulfilled all my obligations. I'm a small business person. I wasn't making a lot of money. And, these savings, these credits would have helped me a great deal. I ended up selling for about 8 days after my items were approved. You put them on, they get approved. And it was doing quite well. I was selling to 10 products a day. Over the course of those 8 days, I sold close to between 50 and 60 products. Sold out my coins, actually reordered stock. And then a week ago Wednesday, I got an email, or I got a response. I got an email from them saying, "There's a dispute. One of the items that you sold to this woman with the 4 bars is still awaiting shipment." I gathered up my documentation, showed them that all 4 were on the same tracking number. 3 of them said that they were in transit to Arizona. The 4th still did say waiting shipment, but as I said, I showed them the tracking numbers, that everything was in one package, and I thought that would be okay. Within a half hour, I get a response from the same person, my friend in customer service, who had done nothing but trip me up since I started working with them, that, I had to give this woman a credit for a piece that I shouldn't have bought in the first place, and that I really didn't want to sell, but I did anyway, or send her another piece at my expense. I sent back documentation saying that, the tracking information showing that everything was in the same package and that it was in transit. It had been delayed, but it was still in transit. It had USPS had possession of it. And because I was so aggravated with not getting any support from this customer service person, I also sent my letter to the CEO. Within 10 minutes, my account was canceled. Now, in my letter to the CEO, I opened it by saying I really love selling on Tophatter, except that this person's name started with a C, is really giving me a hard time. Could you maybe assign a different customer service rep to my account? And I get a response during, in my cancellation saying that, well, you're very unhappy selling for us. I said, well, clearly that's not what I said. And your account wasn't profitable. Well, you know what? In 8 sale days, I sold about $700 worth of stuff. To me, that was pretty profitable. I'm by myself. I'm stuffing envelopes, getting them to the post office any way possible. And I would think I was profitable. So my account was closed without any reason. I assumed it was because I gave the C person a hard time. I apologized endlessly, and ultimately, my only response that I got from them was, "We're not, your account's closed. We're not going to. There was no reconsideration." And end of story. Well, a few days later, a friend of mine, and I won't give the name of this person, thought they were doing me a favor and set up a sales account and wanted to use my payment account to put my product, to give me money for my sales. I was going to sell my product to her, and she was going to sell it and recoup the money to me. And that account was negated immediately because she used my payment information. Now, I'm persona non grata, obviously. And so we got a message from customer service saying you can't use the same account number as someone else. And okay, that's fine. I'll looked in the bylaws, that might be true. So a PayPal account, my account was a Payoneer account. A PayPal account was set up, a business PayPal account was set up with this person as the owner of it. And they contacted Tophatter saying that we wanted to make a correction, and we understand, and set up a new payment account. You can't have 2 accounts, that's fine. And basically, they wrote back saying, well, you can put the new information in, but you have to prove that you're not associated with me. Now, that's obviously some discriminatory practice that for some reason, they don't like me because I complained about this customer service person, or maybe I was a pain in the ass. But the rules say that you can't have two people feeding the same payment account. Okay, so we have a new payment account. I don't live with this person. I'm not married to this person. we're not together. Here, I'm here by myself. But just to prove that this person isn't associated with me is ridiculous. So, this is my beef. I would recommend no one. I mean, let me go back. I would say that look at reviews of Tophatter before you decide to sell from them or even buy from them. Make your own judgment. I'm not going to tell you what to do. This video is going to be posted with my other videos, and please subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get notified when I put something else up. I plan on talking about the Republican convention after it's over, maybe showing the difference between the Democratic convention and the Republican convention, being as non-biased as possible. But again, this is not about this. This is about my dealing with Tophatter as a seller, being canceled for basically standing up for my rights. Now protesteth too much, and they can cancel anybody for any time for any reason. It's basically, I don't know, stormtroopers, a Gestapo operation. Anything you want to say? I mean, it appears that the customer service people aren't there to be customer service. They're there to harass the sellers. I don't know how they treat the buyers, but again, when the rule says that two people can't have the same account, and you go and split the accounts and set up two different payment accounts, and they still don't allow the second person, my friend, to set up her account on the same platform because they know me, that's going too far. It may or may not be discriminatory. It certainly feels that way to me. And I hope you guys listen to this and heed my warning and have a good day. I am the liberal conservative signing off.